For so many families, the whole journey of toilet learning can be just incredibly stressful, so frustrating. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? Today, we're diving into a completely different way of thinking that might just change everything for you. So, if you're a parent or a caregiver and you're finding toileting to be a massive challenge, it's really easy to feel like you're the only one. But it is so important to know that you are not alone in this. Not even close. Get this. In the UK alone, a staggering 1 in 9 children is affected by a bowel or bladder condition. That is a huge number of kids and families who are dealing with this every single day. And so often, they're dealing with it in silence. And that statistic, it's not just a number, right? It represents real kids like Freya, who was just 14 when she said this. Her words, wow, they really capture that deep anxiety and loneliness that can take over, turning something like school into a place of constant fear. And the ripple effect goes way beyond just the accidents themselves. We're talking about a massive impact on a child's mental health. Anxiety, low self-esteem, which can of course lead to bullying and feeling totally isolated. And look at that number on missing school. It's shocking. The strain on the whole family, both emotionally and financially, is just immense. So with all of that at stake, it becomes pretty clear that the old ways of doing things, they just aren't working for everyone. To find a better path forward, we have to make a really fundamental shift in how we're even thinking about the problem. And this, right here, this is the core idea. Instead of seeing toileting as some kind of behavior that we need to train with discipline or sticker charts, we need to see it for what it really is, a complex, whole-body process that is all about internal communication. And this is where you can really see the difference. The common approach is all about the externals, right? The sticker charts, the timed trips to the potty, all of it aimed at getting compliance. But the interoception approach, it completely flips that on its head. The focus shifts inward to building a child's own awareness and helping them learn to trust their body. Okay, so let's get into the missing piece of the puzzle here. We're going to talk about a sense that is key to all of this. A sense you may have never even heard of before. It's called interoception. And you can think of it like your body's internal messaging system. It's our 8th sense, and its whole job is to help us notice and make sense of all the different signals coming from inside our bodies. And this goes way, way beyond just needing the toilet. Interoception is how we know we're hungry or thirsty. It's how we feel our heart race when we're nervous or feel that warmth spread through our chest when we're happy. It is a fundamental part of how we experience life. Now, here's the key. This is so important to understand. Not everyone experiences these internal messages in the same way. For some kids, these signals can be incredibly hard to decode. For some kids, the body's signal that their bladder is getting full might be like the faintest whisper. They just don't notice it until it's a full-blown emergency, and by then, it's usually too late. For others, it is the complete opposite. Those internal feelings can feel like a constant, uncomfortable shout. It can be so overwhelming and distressing that they actually try to ignore it or avoid that feeling altogether. And then there's a third group, where the signals are there, but they're just muddled, confusing, like static on a radio. They might feel something is going on in their body, but they can't tell what it means. Is it hunger? Is it anxiety? Is it the need to pee? It's impossible to know. So, here's the crucial point. If the problem isn't behavior, then sticker charts and timed schedules, they aren't the solution. We need a totally new toolkit, one that actually gets to the root of the issue. The entire goal has to shift. We have to stop trying to manage a behavior and start trying to support the body's own communication system. The real aim is to help a child tune into their own unique body cues, not to force some kind of outcome. So how do we actually do that? Well, here are 3 simple, really powerful strategies that you can start using right away to help build up that internal awareness. Okay, so modeling just means you talk out loud about what's going on in your own body without putting any pressure on your child. You're basically giving them the words and making it a normal conversation. And then, instead of demanding, "Do you have to go?" you start asking these curious, open-ended questions. You're inviting them to be a scientist of their own body. And all of this brings us to what is maybe the most important message in this whole approach. It's about shifting our focus away from demanding compliance and toward fostering a sense of shared curiosity. I mean, think about it. A sticker can't make a body signal any clearer. A reward can't create a feeling that a child just isn't noticing. In fact, all that added pressure usually just creates more anxiety, which makes it even harder to hear those quiet, subtle cues from the body. Oh, I love this distinction. It just nails it, doesn't it? When we talk about training, the focus is on performance, on an adult schedule. But when we shift our language to learning, the focus moves to where it belongs, on the child's own experience, their body awareness, their trust in what they feel, and their own genuine readiness. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. What if we stopped training and just started listening to the body instead? By shifting our perspective from one of control to one of connection, we don't just solve a toileting issue. We give our kids a gift that will last a lifetime, the ability to listen to, understand, and trust their own bodies.